Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Lim Stitches. Thank you for all the love and support. Please remember to like and subscribe to this channel. So today I'll be showing you how I made this butterfly rushed gown with side ruffles and a heart shaped design at the chest part. So make sure to watch till the end. I am using a one-way stretch fabric, but you can also use a two-way stretch fabric for this dye. Also, I'll be marking my vertical measurement along the stretchy side of my fabric. So first, I will fold my fabric into two using my hip measurement divided by 4 plus 7 to 8 inches sewing allowance, and I'll pin my fabric down all round in order to secure it. Next, I mark my waist measurement divided by 4, and from the top I'll come down by 1 inch for hemming the side ruffle, and I'll draw a straight line there. You'll see why I did that in a bit. Then from that 1 inch or the waistline, I come down by 9 inches, which is my waist to hip measurement, and I will draw a straight line there as my hip line. And on that line, I'll mark my hip measurement divided by 4. But before I continue, I'll have to add my gown full length. To mark the gown full length or get the measurement of the down part of this gown, I subtracted the shoulder to waist measurement, and whatever I have there, that's what I'm going to mark here. But I also added 20 to 30 more inches depending on how much fabric you have to that measurement, which will serve for the butterfly ruch depending on how full you want it to be. I will transfer the hip measurement all the way down to the hem, and I'll join all the points with a straight line. Also, the point between the waist and the hip point, I will join it with a curve roll. Then from the waistline, I will come out by 8 inches. That is 1 inch for hemming allowance and 7 inches for the ruffle, and I will mark that straight down to the hem and cut it out. Then I will make a notch from the top part to that 1 inch we left. This will be for easy hemming of the sides. For the back piece, I folded my fabric into two and placed my front piece on top. But before that, I first marked 1 inch from the center all through down to the hem for the zipper allowance, and then I will place my front piece starting from that line. I will cut that out, and I will transfer the notch I made at the waist point to the back piece also, and I will also make a notch at the zipper allowance and cut open the zipper allowance. Moving on to the upper part of this gown, I will first fold my fabric into two, then draw my baseline, and from that line I'll mark out my shoulder to waist measurement, adding 0.5 inch sewing allowance. Then on the baseline, I mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2 plus 0.5 inch sewing allowance, and from that point I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slant. Then from the center, I'll come in by 3 inches for the neck width, and I'll use a straight line to join the two last points in order to make the shoulder slant. And from the new shoulder, I will come down by 8 inches for my armhole depth and join the points with a straight line. Then on that armhole line, I will mark my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches for sewing allowance. Then to create the armhole curve, I will divide the shoulder to armhole depth measurement, which is 8 by 2, which is 4. Then I will come in by 0.5 inch from that point, and I will join all the points with a curve roll, just like you see me doing here. Next, I mark my waist measurement divided by 4 at the waistline, and I'll join it to the bust points at the armhole with a straight line before I cut everything out. You will notice that I didn't add any dart to my clothes. This is because I minused 1 inch from all my vertical measurement when I was taking my measurement, so that since the fabric is an elastic fabric, it can give me the exact shape and fit I need from it even without the dart on it. Then for the back piece, I first folded my fabric into two, but before I placed my front piece, I I marked 1 inch for the zipper allowance all through. Then I place my front piece from that 1 inch zipper allowance. I will cut it out. Then for the back neck line, I will mark 3 inches from the zipper allowance and come down by 1 inch from the top, and I'll use a curve rule to make my neck curve. You can also use your free hand here, whichever works for you, so just choose one that works for you. I cut that out and slide open the zipper allowance. For the front neckline, I replaced the 3 inches neck width and I came down by 2 inches in order to make my neckline curve. You can also use your free hand here or a curve rule, whichever works for you. Then to create the heart shape design, first I come down by 2.5 inches from the neckline, and I didn't add my shoulder to bust measurement before, but I need it now, so I added that, which is 12 inches. Then from that point I came up by 3.5 inches, but this is depending on how open you write the chest, the heart shape shirt on the chest to be, because I later came up by another 1 inch, making it 4.5 inches. Then to create the heart shape, I come in by 2 inches from the 2.5 inches line, and I will join the point just like you see me doing in the video. I also came down by 0.5 inch from the center in order to create the tip of the heart shape, and I cut everything out. This is what I have when I open it up, and you should have the same thing if you follow all the steps correctly. Then the last cutting step is to cut out the interfacing, and for the front piece I just fold my fabric into 2 and cut it out. I came down from the heart shape by few inches and cut it from there. The same thing for the back piece, I just cut for the shoulder and neckline. So at this point I have just very little fabric remaining. I used 5 yards of fabric to make this gown, but I'll advise you use 6 yards if you're making yours, and because of that I had to like tightly cut the sleeve and even the sleeve at the tip of the sleeve. So to start sewing, I placed the front piece right side facing each other with the interfacing and sewed down the heart shape with 0.5 inch sewing allowance. And then I cut the heart shape open, and while doing that I made notches at the curved angles and edge of the heart shape in order for me to easily flip it to the right side, just like you see me doing here. This is what I will have after turning it to the right side. Then I'm going to iron it down very well in order to make sure the heart shape stays in place. Then for the neckline, please watch carefully here. I will hold it right side facing each other with the interfacing, just like this, and I'll sew it down with 0.5 inch sewing allowance while I tuck in the other parts as I sew. This part can be very tricky, but you have to just take your time while sewing this part, and you can also watch this place if you didn't get me clearly. After sewing, I made notches throughout the seam so that I can easily flip it to the right side. After ironing, this is what I have. Then for the back piece, I first place it right side facing each other and sew down the neckline. Then I will flip it to the right side and sew down the shoulder and the sides. Next, I will place the 2 back pieces right side facing each other and sew down the zipper, the 1 inch zipper allowance, so that I can easily work it with it. Then I place the 2 top pieces right side facing each other and I sew down the shoulders with 0.5 inch sewing allowance. To shape the top part of this gown, I just removed the 2 inches I added while I was cutting it from both on both sides. I did the same thing for the waist and the bust part. Then I joined the 2 points with a straight line. That was where I stitched down. Moving to the down part of this gown, first from that 1 inch notch I made earlier, I will hem the sides or the ruffle part of the gown by folding it 0.5 inch twice. I will do this all around, both for the front and back pieces, leaving only the waistline and the zipper allowance. I also stitched down the 1 inch zipper allowance so that I can secure it and also easily shape the down part. Next, I placed the 2 down piece wrong side facing each other so that the right side will be facing you. Then I'll make 2 stitches 0.5 inch apart using the waist measurement and hip measurement, just as we marked earlier in the video when we were cutting the down part of the gown. This will serve as both the elastic loop and also shaping the down part of this gown. Then out of camera, I went ahead to attach the top and the down part together from the waistline. I also attached the sleeves and also the zipper. I forgot to turn on my camera when I was sewing this part, but yes, that's it. Then the last thing I will do is to insert my elastic through the elastic loop I made earlier. But to know the amount of elastic I need, I will minus the half length or the shoulder to waist measurement from my gown length. Whatever I have remaining, that's what I'm going to use to cut out the elastic I need. Inserting this elastic can be nerve cracking because of the length, or you have to pass the elastic through, but you just have to be patient. Then after I'm done inserting my elastic, I stitch down the top and the end of the elastic band just to secure it at both sides of the ruffle, and we are done. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. If you find this video interesting or learn something new, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you.